Namaskar, 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 and welcome to this amazing session today. We're going to learn something which will make your business, your life, get you next level of results. Something which is so very important for every business owner. Something which every business owners want to learn always and forever. And that topic is how to drive high performance culture in your business. Now, you must have heard many people talking about performance, right? That we should perform well. If you would have worked in corporate life, you would have always heard about performance review, performance planning, improve your performance. So a lot of people talk about performance, even in the business world, team performance, company performance, yearly performance, annual performance. We keep speaking about performance, but very rarely people speak about how the performance has to be achieved. And usually people feel that performance means pushing, performance means forcing, performance means koda, chabuk, danda. Unfortunately, whether you like it or you don't like it, performance cannot be achieved by any of such parameters. No koda, no chabuk, no danda can get you performance. But performance in any team, in any business, in any setting can be created by building the right culture. And culture is the essence of growth. Culture is the quality of oxygen in your body, right? Culture is the air you breathe. Culture is where the blood flows in your system. Culture is your DNA. Now, once the culture is right, very beautifully, everything else falls into place. Though you might feel like a culture say sab kuch, yes. With a right culture, a right attitude can be created, a right relationship can be groomed. Therefore, a right amount of performance, which is long lasting. See, sometimes we feel if you push everybody hard and you become like that Shiv in the Tandav Mudra and scare the shit out of people, you will get performance. You might get for a short period of time. Now, if you try to keep up this facade for years and years together, you will burn yourself out. I was speaking to someone, I will not say who and what and where, because otherwise you'll guess the company. I was talking about how is it going, how is work, okay? Since there's too much of pressure, everybody's asking for numbers. We are not getting leave. To apply leave even advance, they reject. What will you do with the leave? There's so much to be done. I said, now it's April, May, June, July, and not March, August, September, October, November, December. Why that March end, last 15 days kind of pressure is continued throughout the 365 days? You can sustain huge pressure in 15 days. Right? You can sustain that. But you can't sustain that huge pressure 365 days. The people who are putting the pressure will get burnt out more than the people on whom pressure has been put will get burnt out. Eventually, in the long run, pressure, high pressure tactics, too much of meetings, pushing people, asking if you don't do, you'll be fired. This is the minimum what you have to do, will not get you the result. Though you might have seen in certain places, the results are temporary. Long-term consistent performance can be only achieved when you're able to build solid culture in your organization. And yes, building a culture is a lot of work. It's not an overnight act. So how do you build the right culture which will lead to right performance, which you want in your organization, is the topic for discussion today. So I'm very excited to host this session. I'm sure you are excited as well to be a part of this amazing learning experience, that how you can build a high performance culture in your organization. Let me begin with the topic. Now, one of the biggest reasons why majority of business owners face challenge in driving performance from their team is because they have not set the right culture, but they've been trying to push people to perform and get results. Now, whenever we speak about culture in a business environment, people feel, especially micro, small, and medium-sized businesses, that this is not something they should focus on. Culture, बाद में देखेंगे, पहले धंधा तो कर लो somehow. For them, business is marketing, sales, making sure the customer is inside, while the reality is, as important it is to drive marketing and sales in your business, equally important it is to set the right culture from the moment you start your business and the moment you hire your first employee and the moment you start building an organization. So it doesn't matter if you're a 3-member team, 30-member team, or 300-member team. Working on building the right culture starts from the 1-member team. Tum ekla. From there it starts, because this culture will essentially help you to drive higher performance and higher productivity from your people. But the bigger question arises in everybody's mind is, how do I set the right culture? What are the elements of culture? So today, I'm going to open up. Now, this is what usually I do in my 3-day program. But today, as a gift to all of you, I'm opening up the elements of building a right culture and demystifying the process of developing a high performance team with a high culture in your organization. So please get ready, pull out pen and paper, start making notes, because only that is going to be your savior in the long run. Your notes, your reference material, which you can go through again and again, and you can work on the ideas which you get from other people, right? From teachers, from coaches, from trainers, and you apply in your business. If you just try to remember, well, sab kuch yaad to nahi rehta hai, right? So please take a pen and paper, please pull out a diary or a notebook, write down what are 4 parameters of setting up high performance culture in your organization. And let's understand each and every one of them in detail. Okay? Write down. Pen and paper out, guys. Number 1, inculcating discipline. Any organization that does not adhere to discipline will always be dysfunctional and always low in performance. So one of the most crucial elements that you want to install in your team member is absolute adherence to discipline or being disciplined. Now, being disciplined in very simple manner means letting people understand simple stuff like reaching office on time, completing their task and activity within the working hours, dressed well, well-groomed, professional in their conduct and conversation, being respectful to other co-workers, seniors and juniors, following basic hygiene and cleanliness of his premises. These are some areas you need to cover and instill in your team member. Only when this is instilled, they go to the next level, where they talk about how do you accomplish task on time, how when you take a responsibility, you complete it, how you take ownership of the task outcome, not of the doing input. Now, when you start putting all this basic discipline, your team members start understanding this is how they need to conduct themselves. This is how they need to have a discipline. And then people start moving forward with a mission in their mind that I will come on time, I will behave in a certain way, I will interact in a certain way, I will be having work ethics in a certain way, I will complete my task on time, I will take ownership of outcome, not of just input, and I will become a result producer, not a seat warmer. Otherwise, a lot of people come to office just to warm the seats and finish the time, right? And they say, "Ye mera kaam nahi hai, wo mera kaam nahi hai, mera samay ho gaya, main yahan ja raha hu." But once you have this discipline, you inculcate this sense in them, they start becoming more aware that they are more of owners of their task and responsibility, not an executor of their task. And that's the difference. When you're an owner, you focus on outcome. When you're an executor, you focus on input or the process. The process is designed for outcome, not for process itself. And this is what everybody needs to understand very clearly. Second aspect, building ownership amongst people. One of the biggest issues that business owners come and tell me that my people don't take ownership. They only do what they're told, sometimes not even that, and they never go beyond whatever they've been told, and they never try to achieve excellence. Now, my only solution to this challenge is set the culture system, install ownership amongst the people, which means you let people understand whatever role they're having in the organization, KRA, key result areas, is their ownership. That means they have to run, manage, produce results, which they have been given responsibility for. Now, one important element that helps create high sense of ownership is giving people enough autonomy. Give enough autonomy to achieve results in the given outcome, in the area of the responsibility. And next, number two, consistently holding them accountable, right? Hold them accountable for their KRAs. So one is that you give them clear autonomy. That will help them become bigger, better owners, right? Sense of ownership comes by people getting the autonomy to operate, freedom to operate, in a simple words, right? So that they can achieve results in the area of responsibility. Second, hold them accountable for their KRA. And number three is stop yourself from micromanaging every decision, every action in the area where you've already delegated ownership. The secret of creating ownership is you taking a back seat, allowing people to drive their results, giving them right direction, giving them regular feedback, giving them regular guidance and mentoring, and showing them the right growth path, which will help them get the sense of ownership in the role. Actually, this is a mistake business owners do. They delegate the work and then they micromanage. उसको फील भी नहीं आता है कि वो ओनर है. फिर वो बोलता है सब तुमको पूछना है, सब तुमको समझना है, सब में तुमको पूछना है, तुम ही कर लो. Then he's not that keen. Because see, everybody becomes keen when they feel that they are the beginning and the end of the entire thing. The moment they get this feeling, they want to work harder. Contrary to popular belief, people, when they take ownership, you will go home, they'll be sitting in office. So number one, as I said, give them autonomy in the area of responsibility, hold them accountable, ask them questions for their KRA, and stop micromanaging, where you have already delegated. You will suddenly find that people are taking more ownership, they're working in the right direction, they're looking for feedback, they're looking for guidance, they're looking for solutions, and eventually you start getting freer and freer and freer. So, how to build culture? I discussed with you point number one, inculcate discipline. No discipline, no work ethics, nothing can move forward. Number two, build ownership by giving them autonomy, by making sure that they're held accountable and not micromanaging their work. Number three, right now. Number three, align growth with culture fitment. Now, this is, wow, this is amazing. This one is a super one. How do you align their growth with culture fitment? Now, one of the ways I, along with 30,000 different business owners, have been able to drive is high performance team. And the way we have been able to do that you say your growth will only come when you're having the right culture. Now, what do I mean by that? Let me help you understand. In all the organization, right, which I follow, my business owners follow, we have only one simple culture policy for employee growth. Now, you will grow directly to the proportional of result they deliver in your role. Vintage will not work. How many years you spend will not work. Now, this is something we drive from moment one, the moment we hire someone. Now, since this culture tone is set before hiring, while hiring, during hiring, they understand if they want growth, if they want success, they need to produce results. So we have linked the right culture, the growth culture, with their potential salary increment, with their potential performance review, with their potential appraisals, with their potential promotions, increment, bonuses, incentives, everything. We categorically tell people that how many years you've spent in the business will not matter. How many years you've been in this job will not matter. This is something which is clear that only when you produce results, you will get what you want. And we keep reminding them, keep setting their performance tracking, keep having the systems, keep holding them accountable, keep talking to them, keep repeating this. Performance करोगे तो result मिलेगा, performance करोगे तो growth मिलेगी, performance करोगे तो incentive मिलेगा, performance करोगे तो bonus मिलेगा, performance करोगे तो appraisal होगा, performance करोगे, outcome लाओगे. Morning, night, day and night. When they keep hearing this again and again and again, over a period of time, it sets in their mind that only way to grow is not vintage, is not warming the seed, is not being here for 20 months, not here with 200 years. It's only by giving results. And then everybody focus starts going towards results, towards outcome. And I say, you might have worked hard. You might have all the intention, but where is the result? I am not paying you to do the work. I am paying you to get it done. You see, there is a difference. Getting it done and doing the work. Doing work, तो कुछ भी करके बोलता मैंने तो किया साहब, मैं क्या करूं? नहीं. You are responsible for the outcome, and I'll question you for the outcome. I'm giving you autonomy. I'm giving you delegation. I'm giving you training. I'm giving you money. I'm giving you resources. After this, I want result. And if you're stuck, I'm giving guidance also. But you need to come up and ask him. I will not go and ask. But I keep checking. Inspect what you expect. Once you do that, you keep an eye, you keep monitoring, you keep on the right path, you keep mentoring, you keep guiding, you keep showing the growth path, people walk. But you need to be damn clear that your growth will come when people grow. If that is clear, only then you will put so much of effort. नहीं तुम इतनी मेहनत करेगा ही नहीं. पर जान दे यार बहुत मेहनत है. हम खुद ही कर लेंगे जितना होता होने दे. One of the two. That's how you nail growth and culture and you make it one. Your future growth is only dependent on your outcome and your results. Then number 4, setting ground for zero tolerance. Oh my God, super critical, super mega critical, super duper mega critical. One of the most important parameters in setting a culture system right in your organization is to set which area you will have zero tolerance. That means people have to conduct themselves in a certain way in your organization. And if that is not happening, these areas you mess up, you are gone. You are just gone. For example, unethical practices, zero tolerance. Sexual assault, zero tolerance. Sexual abuse, zero tolerance. Any kind of racism, casteism, communalism, zero tolerance. Any kind of insubordination, zero tolerance. Pilferage, theft, zero tolerance. Keep very clear, if you do any of these lines, if you cross, zero tolerance. Speaking badly, insulting people, zero tolerance. Now, once you have that kind of culture, and they know what are the areas, grounds is set, ground rules are set for zero tolerance, results will change. Now, the reason you need to do the zero tolerance line is that people should know what is not okay. They might come from a background where many things could be okay, but you don't want that to happen in your company, in your business. So they would have come from some company, they would have seen somebody, they wouldn't have done, but they would have seen somebody else doing it and getting away, and they might feel, ye to chalta hai, but nahi chalta hai. Hamare wala nahi chalta. Right? So they would know which is the right way to conduct themselves. And once this is sorted, you will have no issues, no challenges, no problem. Let me give you a good quick revision on how to drive high performance in your business by putting right culture in your organization. You are 3-member, 30-member, 300-member, or 3,000 employee team. Culture will help you drive high performance and productivity in your people. Now, listen to this. 4 areas. Number 1, inculcating discipline. How to dress up, how to come to office, what are the working hours, what are the closing hours, how to conduct, how to have conversation, how to be respectful, how to follow cleanliness, hygiene, how to have work ethics, how to have timeliness, how to finish projects on time, how to be focused on outcome. Discipline. Next, building ownership in people. How you are responsible for getting the result done, not getting the process completed. Once they understand, they have complete KRA, clearly defined outcome they are giving responsibility for, they need to complete it. They are beginning and they are end. And how do you do that? Give them autonomy so that they can achieve results. Give them consistently, hold them accountable so you can inspect what you expect, and stop from micromanaging the decision actions. But only when they feel they have a freedom to operate, they do more rather than they're doing less. With the right sense of mentoring, right guidance, right showing, right direction, you will be able to achieve this. Number 3, aligning their personal growth, career growth with the culture fitment. The way you will work, outcome you will produce, only that will give you appraisal, salary increment, performance, bonus, promotion, everything. If that is not coming, nothing of that you will get ever. Number 4, setting ground was zero tolerance, something which you will not tolerate: insubordination, disrespect of work, being disrespectful to the customer, sexual abuse or sexual assault, or unethical practices, pilferage, theft, mishandling of people and assets, all these things. Now, once you're okay with all these 4 aspects, these critical 4 parameters, if you put this in your day-to-day culture, you will be able to drive high performance in your team, high performance in your business consistently. By pushing, you can get it for some time. But when you put this culture, this mindset, this thought, you put it inside their DNA by repetitive guidance, by repeating it over and over again, by doing multiple culture meetings, by sitting with them one-on-one and reminding them of culture. When you keep doing it over a period of time, boom, you have the results which you never thought were possible, and you have a team which is a dream team, World Cup winning team, which you'll be proud of, and they will be proud of you. This is what is possible once you put systems, processes in place, and once you have the right culture. Now, I would want you quickly to go to the chat window and type out, what was your favorite learning today? What amongst this are you going to apply? So answer these 2 questions. What was your favorite learning today? And what amongst this are you going to apply in your business? Quickly go ahead. What did you like the most? Discipline. You liked how to be respectful for other team members. You like that. What is the basic cleanliness, work ethics, being professional, being well groomed, conducting yourself well? Was that something you said is your best learning? That's superb. That is superb. Building ownership, giving them autonomy, giving them regularly, holding them accountable. Stop micromanaging. Is that what you feel something which you want to do? Is that is your best learning today? Aligning the growth of employee with the culture fitment. Only when you get result outcome, only then you will grow. Put the 2 together, not because of number of years, but the work you put in the years will get you the growth. Is that your biggest learning? Setting cultural tone before hiring and during hiring. Is that your learning? That's how you will achieve success and produce results in your organization. If that is how you will drive culture, result-oriented culture, not sitting culture, or not multiple year culture, but multiple outcome culture. Is that what you would like? Is that what you would like to share? Is that your learning? Go ahead quickly, everybody, write down. Chat window, very quickly, speed of light. Come on, everyone. Zero tolerance. Which area you have zero tolerance? And what will you stop? What will you not agree? People passing the buck, people not completing work on time, people not coming on time, people not taking the responsibility of the result, people always blaming somebody else for the outcome not being achieved. What will you change? What kind of culture will you put? Everybody, go to the chat window. Go to the chat window. Go to the chat window and type out. Go to the chat window and type out. What exactly is something which you would like to inculcate in your team? What will be that? What will be that which you like to inculcate as a culture in your organization? Everybody go ahead, quickly, very much. Quickly, speed of light, guys, everyone. Write down what is that which you are looking forward to add in your organization. What did you learn today? What was your best learning? What would you like to apply in your business? Go ahead quickly, write down, chat window, go Tigers, go. Let me see the outcomes very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. And while you're writing, I would like to say that I love you and I'm going to see you soon. And make sure that you do not leave without writing down, because whatever you'll write, you'll remember. Whatever you'll remember, you will execute. And I don't want this to be a session, बहुत अच्छा लगा मगर किया कुछ नहीं सुनने के बाद. right? So please write down in chat window, what did you learn today? What will you implement? When you'll write, you'll remember. When you remember, you will execute. That's the essence. That's why I'm making you write. It's not for me. It's for you to write so that you will remember that one point at least, which you will try to implement in your business. Quickly go ahead, write down chat window, and let me say bye-bye to you and say I love you and I'm going to see you soon. Thank you very much for joining this session today. And I'm going to see you very, very soon. Take care. God bless.